Well, welcome to eComFiles. We're me, Blama Sarno, and this is Sebastian Mina. We started this video podcast in order to help to educate and to empower e-commerce owners so they can thrive and be successful with their ventures. Today's episode is episode 1. We want to help e-commerce store owners to be successful and reach financial independence, but most importantly, build momentum and have an impact without burning out along the way. So we're going to cover everything from marketing to operations and beyond. So if you guys are ready to go along this journey with us, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started by talking about this thing called marketing strategy. Sebastian, what is this thing about marketing strategy and why should e-commerce store owners have this as a major part of their business?
That is a really good question. And hello, everybody. So why should you have a marketing strategy? Why can you not just put up your store and hope everybody will come and buy from you? After all, you're just selling widgets. But the thing is, and let's look at what is success. Because to answer the question why you need a marketing strategy, I think we need to answer the question what success is first. And success certainly means something different to different people. Like to you, it might mean making a lot of money, or it might mean helping a lot of people having an impact, or it might mean making enough money without burning out. Everybody has a different definition there, but I think underlying there are two metrics, two numbers that are important no matter what your definition is. The one of them is how many customers do you have? You might want to set a time frame there when answering that question, like how many customers do you have in any given month or in a year or something like that. But really the question is, how many customers do you have? How many people can you help? And the other question is, how much did you help them? And as an e-commerce store owner, you measure that by asking the question, how much did they buy from you? Or really, how much money did they give you? If your goal is to make a lot of money, that is a very direct measurement of what you're looking for. But if your goal is to have a big impact, that's a proxy metrics, but it is a pretty good proxy metrics. The more money you make, the more people you help. And if you are running a charity store and you're not making any money yourself, you still have revenue, so you still can look at that number. So going back to that, the two numbers, how many customers do you attract? How many people out there do you turn into customers? And how much do you get them to pay you? To improve those two numbers, you need a strategy. This is not going to happen by itself. You need a strategy that looks at what are actually the steps involved in getting those clients. Like first, you need to make people aware of that you exist. Then you need to make them curious to actually take a look at you. And you need to capture that curiosity and turn it into a want. I want to buy something now. Then you need to not lose them. Once they have made the decision to want to buy something, there are still a lot of steps that they have to go through before they give you money, before you have captured the credit card. So it's important that you don't lose them on that way.
All right, so Ray, before you go any further, I think that's a very important point, because I think a lot of e-commerce store owners or even business owners in general, they feel once they get their awareness, that's the battle, right? That's it. But you just said something very important. So there are many steps in between that process of a person getting the person's awareness to actually then becoming a customer, right?
Yes.
Interesting.
So there are a lot of people that think that SEO is a big thing, and the more traffic you get, the better off you are.
Right.
But all the traffic doesn't help you any at all if none of those visitors turns into a customer.
Right. Okay. I got it.
So I'm not saying that SEO is bad. SEO is a very important tool in your marketing tool box, but it cannot be the only one. Traffic is not the be-all, end-all. Money in the bank is.
That's it. So basically what you're saying is these are tactics, and the strategy is what really brings the ultimate end goal as far as to success, right? The measurement success. Hey, is this making money? Is this making profit? You might have a tactic for SEO. You might have a tactic for Google, for Facebook, or pay-per-click ads. But ultimately, the strategy is what brings it all together, so they actually you can reach that end goal as far as actually making that profit, right, or making that impact, right?
Yes. So you have a toolbox. You can use the tools in the toolbox. And if you use them in the right order at the right time, in the right combination, at the end you will have a castle. Mm-hmm. If you use them in the wrong order, at the end you have a heap of unidentifiable things.
That's what we want to avoid as e-commerce owners, right?
Yes.
That's where the frustration comes in. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
But that wasn't even everything yet. So yes, turning them into a customer is very important. Mm-hmm. But you don't want them to buy the $1 item and then disappear for forever. You want to either turn them into repeat customers, or even better, turn them into immediate big customers. Like increase the average initial order value, increase the average order value across all orders, repeat and first, and increase the lifetime value of a customer. Once you have captured a customer, if they keep coming back for years, that all adds up to their lifetime value. And if you know what the lifetime value is of a customer, of your average customer, then you know how much money you can spend to acquire that customer, which gives your marketing team a lot of power if they know what that number is. But we are not talking about that today. We're talking just about the strategy. So what are the things you can do to turn a person that just opened their wallet into a valuable customer? Now, every customer is valuable to you, I hope, but let's increase that number. And there are things like upsells and cross-sells that have a little bit of a bad reputation. But if you do them well, you're actually providing a service to your customers. Like, think about, I just bought a blood oxygen meter on Amazon, a random item. And after I ordered it, after I put it in the shopping cart, I got this note down there. People that buy this also buy this. And what it showed was a small pocket to store that blood oxygen meter in. Blood oxygen meter is not cheap, and having a pocket to protect it is a really good idea. So I did not end up buying it, but I thought it was a really good idea. And if I were to take this on the road and not just put it in a fixed place in my house, which is my current plan, I probably would go back and buy that. So something I wouldn't have thought of, but it is still providing value to me.
Very interesting.
And that's what you need to think of when you're thinking about upsells. It's not about squeezing money out of your customer. It's about how can I provide more value to the customer? Because then they are going to be happy to give you more money too. You provide value, they are happy to give value in return.
Wow.
So all that being said, only with a solid strategy will you be able to understand where those knobs are that you need to turn to get the maximum value out of your audience.
Right. Very interesting. I think this is this is a different approach. I mean, many times I'm used to just seeing tactics, right?
Yes.
But I mean, this is really the secret sauce, really, for success for any e-commerce owner. So that if anybody's watching, maybe you need to take a couple steps back in order to take more steps forward, right? And say, hey,
Yes. Yes.
what is our marketing strategy? What is our approach? And why are we doing what we're doing? And is it working? And as you mentioned, the importance of customer lifetime value, customer acquisition cost. What are the knobs that you need to turn in order to get what you want to ultimately get? And that is the success with your
And
e-commerce.
it is so easy as a business owner to get lost in between all the tools that you have.
Yeah.
Or
Wow.
to get to that point where if you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Mm-hmm.
So taking that step back, looking at the big picture is really powerful. And
Awesome.
sometimes you need to get help with that, but try taking a step back first.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Sebastian, I think I believe, and I know this is a lot of value to me, and we do this on a regular basis.
Yes.
As we said, our company is called eComFiles, and if you need help with your marketing strategy and the big picture, I recommend, if you got a lot of value from this and the information that was provided, or if you have any comments or any questions, leave it below in the chat. We'd love to hear from you guys. Or if you want to take the next step and say, hey, I want to learn more about what these guys are talking about marketing strategy, because we're going to be talking about a lot more of this, Sebastian. They can subscribe, right? They can go ahead and subscribe.
Yes, absolutely. There's a subscribe button below somewhere. Just hit that and you will get notified the next time we are live.
And hit the notification bell so you can get it.
Yes.
You can get it first.
Yes,
that's really important.
So subscribe and get notified. That's true. You need to.
And then if they want to get a hold of us, how can they get a hold of us if they need to get more information, or they want to sit down and actually learn more about marketing strategy?
I don't know. Don't we have a website? What is it called? eComFiles.com?
That's it. eComFiles.com. Go to eComFiles.com. Book an appointment, and you get an opportunity to get a brief discovery call, and we'll sit down with you and help you take that step back and see exactly what your needs are, and really see if we're a good fit, and see how we can potentially support you so you can go ahead and obtain success with your e-commerce venture. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful day. Sebastian, you got any last words?
Yep. No. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope we will see you again. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.